ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। The question was, if power of avidya is the cause of ignorance, then why was God has created it? We saw Sri Ramakrishna answering in various ways. We went through being his Leela, differentiation, how the differentiation ultimately leads to the self-knowledge. It is possible for a man to attain gradually to the knowledge of Brahman because of the covering skin of Maya. Because Maya is there, he is able to know, fish is able to know it is in water, value of the water only when it is once taken out and left again in the water. Maya in its aspects. One devotee, when I was in Chennai, one devotee was nicely placed, and small disturbances will be there in every family. Somebody commenting, each time that one daughter-in-law used to clean everything, other will come and comment, try to show, oh, this is not the way we do, you have to do this way, things. And these small things, they can adjust and go ahead. But it is to make that person, that woman, restless and agitated all the time, because others are trying to point out mistakes and this, that. Well placed. Husband was loving, children were there. Because it is a joint family, she was finding it difficult. But the security they have, the protection they have, all that she was not able to understand. Then with the great difficulty, after 1 or 2 years of struggle, she went back to mother's house. Then she started repenting. As the days passed, nobody came even to see or claim once she has gone away. And how much she struggled, and she had to do so many austerities again and weep at the feet of God and ask Him to give that place again to me. And somehow she succeeded by grace of God to go back there. And the same story continued for long, till she became matured enough to overlook all this and give love in return. So the only thing nature expects us is to transcend. You cannot remove or avoid your karmic load, or you cannot overtake or oppose the forces of nature or overcome the law of nature, but you can transcend and go beyond. She did not know when the circumstances come opposing, she has to go beyond and see. She never struggled to go beyond, grow beyond. She wanted to oppose, she wanted to suppress, she wanted to rule, she wanted to take over. I have right. The question of right doesn't come here. Because the legal right is different. Here it is the law of nature working. She has right to stay, she has right to claim all these things. But in practicality it doesn't happen. Then she right will not do anything Court may give summons, this, that, everything. She has to be given back all things. But it will not bring peace. It will bring matter, material. But it will not give you peace. All are keeping you back in home, and nobody is participating in your life. Everybody is separating and sitting. What would be your state? You have been given a place, you have a right to stay because you belong to that house. But the nature is expecting you. All these problems have come to push you to a higher level of consciousness, from where you can see good and bad, right and wrong, equal. Equanimity, one of the main teachings of Bhagavad Gita and all scriptures is try to see equanimity. Go beyond. When you can see good and bad, pain and pleasure equal. Gara maut bhi to aa gayi, sukha dukha hamse samarahe. We say, morning getting up in the prayer, sukha dukha hamse samarahe. Let the pain and pleasure be same. Let the sorrow and joy be same. Let the misery and happiness be same. Can it be ever same? How can it be same? When will it be same? Only when you raise beyond. It is like water and oil. Try to mix and keep. After some time they will become two layers, separate layers. You cannot mix it. But when you raise it to the orbit of the earth, where gravitation is zero, you shake and keep, it will be as it is. It will not find its difference. It will mix up as if it is mixed up and stay, water and oil. Because gravitation was separating. Your gunas were separating. Now you are transcended the triguna. So once you go beyond, now all things look alike. When you wake up from dream, the joy and sorrow were same. It did not have any meaning at all. Joy also was mind, suffering also was mind. Minds play. When you wake up, both are mind. They are equal. Like that, nature wants you to transcend and go beyond. You can never overcome the forces of nature without crossing over. Maya in its aspects of vidya and avidya may be linked to skin of the mango. Both are necessary. Vidya and avidya, both are necessary. You transcend the Sri Ramakrishna used to say jnana. Where there is jnana, there is ajnana. Where there is knowledge, there is ignorance. Go beyond both knowledge and ignorance to reality. Brahmo, sir, is it good to worship God with form, an image of the deity made up of clay? This is the influence of Western understanding that has tried to interfere in the Indian spirituality. In Indian context, there is no differentiation between philosophy and religion. The religion must be sanctioned by the yukti, the reasoning power, and must be accepted by the realizations backing it. Yukti, Shruti, Yukti and Anubhuti. Shruti, we only follow Shruti, then it becomes religion. When it is backed by reasoning, philosophy, then it becomes spirituality. So, spirituality and religion are not different from Indian context. Every religious rite and everything is backed by strong unshakable philosophy and reasoning, and how the evolution takes place. Every step is given. So the evolution from animalhood to humanhood, from humanhood to divinehood, and to be one with the all things that exists in the nature and beyond, to become one with everything, the rest of the existence. So every object, everything, when you see God pervading all things, what to worship and what not to worship. There was one electrical plug. From there, everybody is to take. Suppose there is a big electric board where number of plugs are there, of different varieties, different shape, different company, different this one. From anywhere you can plug. When a thing is, you want to touch one, if you touch a part, if it is electricity is there, and suppose a vessel is there, you give electricity, every point is electrified. The whole thing, object is, electricity is pervading it. You can see the electricity everywhere. Can this portion be Is there this portion electrified? Yes. It's everywhere. God is all pervading. This concept of all pervading God and existence itself as God has not come into the Western thoughts, and science doesn't accept anything beyond senses and waking state. What is there only in waking state and perceivable senses alone is taken as real. Beyond that, beyond senses, they don't have access, and that is not their field. Within this field of five senses, the things God doesn't come into picture at all. When you try to go beyond the five senses and see, existence is there, every object exists, existence is there, this is also existing, this is also existing. It is existing. Existence belongs to God. The matter belongs to Prakriti. It is manifestation. Energy has become matter. Behind energy and associated with the energy is always the consciousness, the Chaitanya. Chaitanya and Jada, spirit. Spirit is pervading everything, every object. Because spirit is there, object is there. Because mirror is there, images are there. Image we are seeing, moving, everything. It looks like independent of all things. But you cannot take it out. You cannot ask that person who is inside the mirror to come out. He is talking, he is moving about, he is hammering. You ask him to give you his hammer, he will not give you. He cannot give. The existence doesn't belong to him. Existence belongs to mirror. He is there, but he has no, like that, matter and spirit. Spirit is there, so matter is there. If spirit is there, matter cannot be there. If spirit is not there, matter cannot be there. So this part is missing from the science, and science has gone so forward to give all the bodily comforts and needs that becomes predominant than the spirit which is there. We never understand this. Every moment it is moving towards death, destruction. Every object in this world is constantly undergoing change to disappear and go back to its source. A plant is there growing to go back into the earth. A leaf, from the shoot, a leaf comes out beautifully. What is going to happen? It is going to become yellow, fall down, and become earth again. From earth it came, it is going back to earth. Now, where is reality? When everything is changing, how can you say something is real? Now it is there, now it is not there. How can you say it is real? What appears and disappears in time, can you call it real? Trikala abhadita. Reality must have been in the past, must be there in the present, must be there in the future at all times, unchanging. Then we call it real. Here the question is how, sir, is it good to worship God with form, an image of the deity made of clay? One is giving form to God. As his understanding is, God is formless. Means he has put all the limitation on God, that God has to be that alone. It cannot be anything else. He cannot do anything. He cannot manifest. He cannot show himself as form. Everything is, anything you speak about God, anything that limits God cannot be God. A limited thing cannot be God. If God cannot take a form and appear, is no more God. God is with form, without form, with many forms, and formless also, and many more things which we cannot know. Whatever you can imagine, He can be that, because He is limitless. The first definition in Hinduism is don't limit God. God is limitless. So God is limitless. He is with form, yes. He is without form, yes. He is with many forms, yes. So you cannot limit it. Dream world. Can an elephant appear in your dream? Yes, it can appear. Because mind has capacity to present itself in any way it wants. Can it, in your dream, can you see air? Yes. Can you see sky? Yes. How vast you can create a dream or sky? As big as you want. There is no limit, because mind has no limit. It can create anything, any dimension. Like that. God doesn't have limit. It can be. So every object, every point, everything is, can you see? How much can you see God in that is the question. So you must have a vision which can penetrate and see. Then only you will understand God existing. Even in science you see, most of the things we move with faith and understanding only. Reality you will never see. Even earth moving around the sun you will never see. You have to go beyond the solar system to see. So intellect penetrating will understand certain things. When the early radio and all things came, and children used to ask, especially gramophone, these things are missing now. In your childhood days, gramophone plates used to be there, and gramophone. They would go and see round here and there. Who is speaking? Inside somebody is there or what? It will be a big box. Somebody singing, somebody talking. Children will go and see from here and how does it talk? How does it make sound? And all. We can't explain. How does it talk? How do you talk? Like that it talks, we'll say. You become silent, because answer cannot be given to those children. Not grown up to understand. I think somebody is sitting inside and singing. So as we grow spiritually, we start understanding little by little. Do you not accept God with form? You do not accept God with form. That's all right. The image is not meant for you. For you, it is good to deepen your feeling towards your own ideal. From the worshippers of the personal God, you should learn their yearning. For instance, Krishna's attraction for Radha. You should learn from the worshippers of personal God their love for their chosen ideal. When the believers in personal God worship the images of Kali and Durga, with what feelings they cry from the depths of their souls, Mother, Mother. How much they love deity, you should accept their feeling. You don't have to accept the image. What a beautiful explanation. The essence, take the essence and leave the non-essentials. Each man has his own tendency and nature, and he has to go, you have this tendency and nature, approach God in that way. Don't worry about others. Time is going away, life is going away. Somehow or other, you have to transcend the nature and go beyond. Enter the realm transcendental and know the reality. Once you know, enter into that realm, you will know everything. Whether God can be worshipped with form or not, does God has form or not, you will know once you meet that reality. Transcend. Whatever you accept, God as God. Accept it wholeheartedly and try to transcend the nature holding on to that. Go and approach and reach that reality. That's essential, because through reasoning you cannot know. Through experience you have to know. But instead of going in the path where you understand what God is, to go in that path. Why are you worried about others who are going in other paths? Brahmo, how does one cultivate spirit of dispassion? Why don't all attain it? How the transformation is happening, you see. Where are we making mistake is trying to find fault with others rather than in putting all efforts to go in my path. What are the defects in his path I am seeing sitting from here as an outsider? When you become insider, so Sri Ramakrishna is shifting their awareness from being outsider to insider. It is just to see with what faith they are looking at the image, with what cry of the soul they are crying to the mother. These things, the same thing, you acquire that and apply in your path. How they long for her vision, how they aspire to go towards her, advance, holding on to that. Same thing, same energy, same force, same direction you put in your path. Sincerity. Whatever you think, the God will manifest in that aspect. And then once you reach Him, He will show you what more things. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, an important thing, God has made arrangement for all. And we must slowly now, when we come to the international level of understanding God, we must be able to understand the real what God is and try to understand, enter the other's path, and as an insider observe what it means. That's why Sri Ramakrishna is introducing that, trying to be an insider and understand, follow your path, but try to be an insider. Don't see as outsiders. As when you see from as outsider, you see only defects, which differs from your path, and call it defect. When you become insider, you will see that there is no defects at all. The only difference is essentials and non-essentials. Doesn't matter. Same thing is given in different name and form. Don't worry about that name and form. Now one cake is there. I cut it in different shapes and give in different ways. And the same thing is in different shape and this one. I choose one and not other. In Sankranti, they make the sugar cubes and dolls and varieties of things. There will be so many varieties. There will be dolls, there will be cubes, there will be many more things. Stuff is same, sugar, but different shapes. Each child will pick up one, eat anything and see the taste. Non-essentials, we differ. Essentially same. Essence is same, but we differ in things. So this Sri Ramakrishna is slowly introducing to become insider and observe, and whatever is essence, essential, which you are missing in your path, pick that up and apply. Wherever, whatever you see good and great, absorb it, put in this and move ahead. It is the way that you have to go. Sri Ramakrishna is introducing that path. See how beautifully is it. You do not accept God with form. That's all right. Because whatever is your understanding of God doesn't matter. School. Always remember school. Once first standard is there, nursery class is there, 10th standard is there. Everything is real. Everything is real at that stage. When you climb to the next stage, we are moving from lower truth to higher truth. That's all. Not from unreal to the real. Nursery class, when ABCD is taught, that is real to that stage. But whole life, only ABCD will not help. You must be able to form the words. Words alone will not give. Words meaning you must know. Then words meaning, words together will become sentence, but sentence also will not give it is carrying meaning. Sentence is carrying a particular meaning. The meaning, for the sake of meaning is the only reality. It is being conveyed. All things are unreal when you get that meaning. But you can't reject anything. Everything needs its place, has its place, and so whatever you think, go in that path. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.